This is a 2016 Tesla Model X, and today we're going to talk about whether buying a used car with old technology and hardware makes sense in 2020. Today's video is brought to you by Tesla Bros. They're the vinyl kings. If you're looking for a way to switch up the look of your car, check out TeslaBros.com for all your vinyl needs. Don't forget to use coupon code TESLARAJ15 for an extra 15% off at checkout. So I've gotten a lot of requests asking whether people should buy a new vehicle or get a certified pre-owned. I have had a hard time really giving advice as to which way to go because I don't really have any experience with old Tesla models, and so this is the first time I've gotten to get my hands on a older vehicle. Thanks to Tesla and getting Hardware 3 installed in my Model 3, I got a Model X as a loaner. Not just any Model X, but a 2016 manufactured in August. This car has Autopilot 1 hardware. That means there's no side cameras, not on the B-pillars or not on the side markers. All you've got are the cameras facing in front and the camera facing rear. And so if you were to buy a 2016 Model X, does it make sense in 2020? That's what we're going to take a look at today. Now, why would anyone buy a 2016 Tesla Model X? Well, for the most part, it's going to be due to price savings. A brand new Tesla Model X costs around $80,000 base, no added anything. A 2016 Tesla Model X, just checking on Tesla's inventory, goes for about $62,000 to $66,000. So you're looking at just under a $20,000 savings. And you're getting, for the most part, a lot of these similar features. This is a 7-seater 2016 Model X manufactured in August. This has the brown leather seats. It also has the brown interior dash. It is a brown exterior car. It's very brown, but it's also running Autopilot 1. So what I wanted to cover was some of the things that I was very impressed about this car and some of the things that I was not so impressed about this car, and what you should consider if you're in the market for a used Model X to save some coin, what you should be looking at and what you should be aware of before making your purchase. Now, some of the things to be wary of also on a used vehicle are Tesla doesn't seem to have really big refreshes all that often. So a Model X that you're buying in 2016, for the most part, is fairly similar to a Tesla Model X that you're buying now. Yes, of course, you might get more miles, you might get better efficiency, a faster vehicle, but body-wise, shape-wise, look-wise, interior-wise, maybe they might add some different paint options, different seat color options. I think some of the seats may have been minorly upgraded and things like that. So those are things to be aware of, but what you should be looking for is enhancements that might completely ruin it for you. So I want to point it out. One, the Tesla Model X had this very weird button to open and close the Falcon wing doors, and it's a movable button. It goes in, it pulls out, and what can happen is that button can break. I.e., my driver's side Falcon wing door is very loose, doesn't really work, and is essentially kind of broken. Now, if you're buying used, you may be able to get Tesla to fix that prior to pickup. They tend to fix a lot of things and, try to make you fairly happy with your vehicle. It's not just you're buying it sight unseen and it is what it is. So get them to look at that, but also understand that there are things that were done early on that Tesla recognized weren't really the most efficient, have changed it since. The newer Model X's actually just have a button, just a standard button, and not a movable lever that could potentially break. So understand that when you're looking at the vehicles as well, when you're looking at year. Okay, so let's talk about tech. If you're buying a car that's 3.5 years old, you have to understand that you're going to get a little bit of outdated tech. Now, if you're not on the bleeding edge of technology like me, this is perfectly fine. I love technology and I want to be on the forefront and I want to have everything the minute it comes out. It's just the way I am. Sometimes I'll take beta. I don't care. Now, for the rest of you who don't need all the bells and whistles, a 2016 Model X is perfect. What's really crazy is that this car has Autopilot 1. Some of you guys don't even know what Autopilot is. Those of you who do, there's a big difference between Autopilot 1 and Autopilot 2.5, or what is now getting installed, Autopilot 3. Autopilot 1 only has a camera on the dash and a camera in the back. It's missing the cameras on the B-pillars, and it's missing the cameras on the side markers. That's 4 extra cameras that come in the vehicles today that's not present in this vehicle. However, this vehicle is still capable of doing autopilot, including lane change, and I was shocked at how good it was. It was able to see the lanes, and it was able to make the lane changes. Now, the biggest advantage of having the cameras on the sides of the car is, of course, you guessed it, blind spot monitoring. So while it could drive and it could change lanes, I was very careful to be aware of my blind spots because it would not show up on the dash. Once a car passed the passenger window, it was gone. I could not see it anymore on the screen. So the wide angle lens that's on the dash watches the car until it comes right about here, and then it's gone. So one thing to be aware of. Now, the used inventory cars like this one, along with the new ones that are being sold, all today have free supercharging, which is awesome. And it's a huge benefit to have free supercharging, travel wherever you want. You might be looking at this car as an upgrade for your family or to house all the people that an X does. You don't need kind of everything that the newer cars have, so this would work just perfectly fine. Now, like I stated before, the difference between this car and a new Model X is about 100 miles, so you have to take that into consideration. That is 100 miles worth the extra $20,000 that you could potentially end up spending. Your prices may vary. Now, while we're on the topic of technology, the dash and the computer is it's like if you were running a computer from 2 or 3 years old. There is a slight lag to the computer, especially when it's rendering the maps, zooming in and out. Sometimes clicking on something I could count to 2 before it loads. It's not a big deal, but for someone like me who just wants it even faster and faster every time, it was a little annoying, as well as some of the features are not present in this vehicle, i.e. no Netflix, no YouTube, no streaming services from the video aspect. And that's just due to limitations on the hardware, the computer that's used in this vehicle. Elon has not specified any opportunity as of right now to be able to upgrade this to a newer computer, so we're stuck on the fence there, whether that might become an option or not in the future. Now, while also on the topic of technology, you have to understand and be okay with that some of the latest updates that are coming 3 years down the line, 4 years down the line from the date of manufacture may not be applicable to your vehicle. So some of the software updates that's coming out today don't work in this vehicle. It's just the way it is. It's the nature of the beast. It's the nature of technology. But the vehicle is still a Tesla. You have some of the best hardware and technology in this vehicle. You still got a great range, more than most of the vehicles out in the market today. You still got a beautiful 7-seater vehicle. But you have to be okay with not having Sentry mode, with not having YouTube or Netflix available on your dashboard, and some of those little tidbits that were not available. But autopilot still works, and that to me kind of outweighs the Netflix and the YouTube. I'll just view it on my phone, or maybe strap some iPads to the back of the seat for the kids. Now, the other nice thing is that you get all the standard, unique features that are what made the Model X known for. Even on this model, like the Falcon Wing doors and the auto-presenting front driver's door. When you walk up to it, it just opens. When you get in and put your foot on the brake, it just closes. When you walk away from the car, the door just closes on its own. God forbid we use our hands, but it's a luxury feature available on every Model X. Doesn't matter what year. So in conclusion, how can you save money on a Tesla? Look at used inventory. They're just as good. They've got all the same looks, design for the most part. You will be taking a little bit loss on technology, on battery range, and a little bit on performance too. But if those things are not at the top of your priority list and you want to have an amazing vehicle, you can get a pretty significant discount searching the inventory. I was very impressed with this 2016 3.5-year-old Tesla Model X, and I started to actually consider that a used Model X would actually be very reasonable. So I thought I'd share those details with you. Hopefully that helped you think about used inventory as possibly being an option, or that cleared up some questions you may have when looking at used versus new. Remember, with new, you're getting the latest and greatest in technology, whether that means Netflix and YouTube, or better range, or faster charging speeds, or you take a little bit older and you're still getting great range, you're still getting a great, amazing Tesla battery, but maybe may not be the most efficient, may not be the fastest charging around, but it's still a Tesla, still great tech, and you save a lot of money too. Thanks for watching. If you found this video useful and helpful, please do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button down below, and if you aren't already a subscriber, please consider subscribing. Making tons of great and amazing educational content on here. So hopefully you do me that favor, and I'll catch you guys next time. See ya. The switch is still broken on this door. There it goes. I'll see you guys next time.